So if I was looking for a larger tablet, but I didn't want to spend top dollar, you may be considering the new Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus and the new Tab P12 by Lenovo. But which is the better option? Well, let's get started. The Lenovo tablet is going to be the cheaper option, just under $400 in the United States versus $599 for the base model Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus. You start out with 128 gigabytes or 256 for storage options on both tablets. You can now get the keyboard included or the Tab Pen Plus for Lenovo. Of course, after I already bought mine. With the S9 FE Plus, you get the S Pen included, and I believe you can still get their book cover included as well. They do have a keyboard, but it's sold separately. Display sizes on these two are going to be somewhat similar. You've got a 12.4 inch TFT LCD display on the Galaxy Tab versus 12.7 inch IPS LCD display on the Tab P12. You have 90 Hz refresh rate for the Galaxy Tab, 60 Hz for the Lenovo tablet. Weird thing is, even though typically IPS screens look better than TFT, I feel the Samsung display looks a little better, a tad brighter, and has better viewing angles versus the Tab P12. I feel like they're pretty close, so you can't go wrong with either, but I tend to lean towards the Samsung tablet just a little bit more as far as which one has the better display. You've also got a fingerprint scanner right there on the power button for both tablets. One advantage with the Galaxy Tab is going to be the battery life, lasting about 6.5 hours in my battery drain test at 100% screen brightness versus only 5 for the Tab P12. So not going to be the best battery life out there as far as tablets go, but still not bad considering the size of the display. If you want the tablet with a little better battery life, you'll want to go with a Samsung tablet. You can also charge the tablet back up with 30 watts on the Tab P12 versus 45 watts for the Galaxy Tab. Software-wise, both tablets are on Android 13, but are going to look slightly different. You have the Google Entertainment Space left of the home screen on Lenovo, and then Google Discover or Samsung Free on the Galaxy Tab. Even though some of the features and the look is going to be slightly different, you can still do a lot of the same things on both tablets. You've also got a taskbar down at the bottom for both tablets. Looks like they're just slightly different between the two. And nice thing is you've got the S Pen included with Samsung and the Tab Pen Plus for Lenovo. I feel like the S Pen is going to be the better option though, and it has a little better sensitivity. Either way, still a nice option to have regardless of which tablet you go with. One downside with the pen from Lenovo, it doesn't attach to the side of the tablet like with the Galaxy Tab. You can't go wrong with either, and Lenovo is definitely getting better than what they used to be. Sort of personal preference on which one has the better software, but Samsung does feel a tad bit more polished or a little bit smoother to me. Performance-wise, you've got an Exynos 1380 processor in the Galaxy Tab versus a MediaTek Dimensity 7050 for the Tab P12. Then you have 8 gigabytes of RAM for the P12 versus 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM for the S9 FE Plus. And yeah, just looking at the Geekbench scores, you'll notice the Galaxy Tab has the slight advantage and is a little more powerful, but still fairly close between the two. They're both gonna feel nice and snappy just moving around the software and should be able to handle most of your basic things regardless of which one you go with. Gaming is also somewhat similar between these two, maybe slightly better on the Galaxy Tab, but I think most people will enjoy gaming on either one. Even though these aren't the most powerful tablets out there, it's still a lot of fun to play games on larger tablets like these. When it comes to the speakers, you've got 2 on each side for the Tab P12 versus only 1 on each side for the Galaxy Tab. So I might give the slight advantage to Lenovo for this category, but when you put them right next to each other, Samsung still holds its own, especially if you turn on Dolby Atmos. Here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of what to expect. As far as cameras go, you get an 8 megapixel camera on the back of the Tab P12, 13 megapixel ultra wide on the front, and then you get a dual 8 megapixel camera setup on the back of the Galaxy Tab, 12 megapixel ultra wide on the front. You can also record up to 1080p resolution for both tablets, and while I think you could use both for Zoom meetings or other video conference calls, I feel the Samsung tablet has a little better quality when it comes to the cameras, but here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of what to expect. So as you can see, there's a lot of things somewhat similar between these two tablets. Mostly is going to be personal preference on which is better, but considering the price, the Tab P12 could be a good option for some. I know I have a lot more tablet comparisons I'm working on, so you'll want to keep an eye out for those upcoming videos.
So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.